I begin the ceremony, therefore, I must ask you, please, if any person knows of any legal reasons why Russell Edward Victor Titley and Alexandra Elizabeth Bence may not be joined in matrimony, you must declare that now, please.
Oh, that was so long.
All right, thank you very much. I'm now going to begin the ceremony by asking who gives this bride's hand in marriage. Thank you, sir. You'd like to take a seat. Thank you. We're not going to make you rush around. Russ and Alex, before you pledge yourself in marriage, it's my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows that you are about to make to each other. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life, to the exclusion of all others. So I'm now going to ask both of you, please, to declare that you are in fact free lawfully to marry. So I'll start with you, members. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Russell Edward Victor Titley.
Why I, Russell Edward Victor Titley.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Alexandra Elizabeth Bence.
To Alexandra Elizabeth Bence.
I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Alexandra Elizabeth Bence.
Why I, Alexandra Elizabeth Bence.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Russell Edward Victor Titley.
To Russell Edward Victor Titley.
Purpose of marriage is to enable you to make a formal commitment to each other, to care for and to support each other through all the things that life may bring to you, and to never let anyone or anything get in the way of the love that you share. It's to accept each other's strengths and, of course, on the odd occasion, each other's weaknesses, and to continue to grow and learn together. It's a promise from each of you, please, to always treat one another with love, honour, respect and affection, and to never forget that your marriage is a continuing celebration of the love that you very clearly share today. Marriage must be entered into freely, voluntarily, and with the full and unreserved consent of you both. Therefore, do you, Russell, take Alex to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
Do you, Alex, take Russell to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
I'm now going to ask Steph, please, if she would like to step forward and do a reading for us. I'm quite happy for you to stand in the middle there if you'd like to, unless you want to move over to that. That's lovely. Superb.
Sorry.
A poem written by Robert Palmer called Wedding Day. The day of your wedding is a time to reflect on the things you can hope for and the things to expect. You could hope for great riches, huge bundles of cash, but then lose it all on a stock market crash. Or you could hope for a life of great ease, with the time and the money to do as you please. But it's better to hope for the good things in life, like a long, happy life as husband and wife, like a smile and a kiss as you walk through the door, and the baby that wakes you at 3:45, and a life of variety with sunshine and rain, and frosties for breakfast instead of champagne. Expect times of anger, the occasional huff, because no one annoys you like the one that you love. But don't look for problems that the future may bring. Just to love and be loved is a wonderful thing. Life's not all plain sailing, not always a ball, but I know you'll be happy because love conquers all.
Thank you, that was beautifully read, Steph, thank you. Russ and Alex, you've both declared that you are indeed free and willing to marry, so I'm going to ask you to turn and face each other and hold each other by the hand, please. And Russ, if you could repeat after me. I'll do the best. I call upon
I call upon
these persons here present
these persons here present
to witness that I, Russell Edward Victor Titley,
to witness that I, Russell Edward Victor Titley,
do take thee, Alexandra Elizabeth
do
Bence,
take thee, Alexander Elizabeth Bent,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
I will honour,
I will honour,
cherish,
cherish,
comfort and support you
comfort and support you,
with patience,
with patience,
understanding,
understanding,
and of course humour. More than this,
more than this,
I will love you
I will love you
with all my heart
with all
forever.
my heart forever.
Alex, I call upon
I call upon
these persons here present
these persons here present
to witness that I, Alexandra Elizabeth Bence,
to witness that I, Alexandra Elizabeth Bent,
do take thee, Russell Edward Victor Titley,
do take thee, Russell Edward Victor Titley,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
I will honour,
I will honour,
cherish,
cherish,
comfort and support you
comfort and support you
with patience,
with patience,
understanding
understanding,
and humour.
and humour.
More than this,
More than this,
I will love you
I will love you
with all my heart forever.
with all my heart forever.
We've now come to the exchange of rings, which is the traditional and ancient way of sealing the contract you just heard Russ and Alex make to each other. And it's, of course, the outward sign of the lifelong promise that you just heard them make. So I'm going to ask Greg, please, if you could come forward and put the rings on here now. Don't make me nervous. Fantastic, you've done great. You said you were good chosen. All that I have, I give to you.
All that I have, I give to you.
All that I am, I share with you.
All that I am, I share with you.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a token of my love
as a token of my love
and as a symbol
and as a symbol
of all we share
of all we share
and the commitment
and the commitment
we are making to each other.
we are making to each other.
You can put them up there.
I don't think that.
All that I have, I give to you.
All that I have, I give to you.
All that I am, I share with you.
All that I am, I share with you.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a token of my love
as a token of my love
and as a symbol
and as a symbol
of all we share
of all we share
and the commitment
and the commitment
we are making to each other.
we are making to each other.
Okay? You too. Russ and Alex, you have both made the declarations required by law in the presence here of your family, your friends and your witnesses gathered. May you always love, honour and cherish one another, and may you lead very full and very rich lives together. Now my privilege and absolute pleasure to declare that you are indeed husband and wife and
umbrella down.
To go in. Get your brolly down, come on. Stand up, guys.
Sorry.
Let's come on then, quick. Let's get it all done so we can have a beer.
And then do you want a sexy one?
I don't need any
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would like to thank you all for joining us today to celebrate the marriage of our wonderful daughter, Alex, to Russell.
Cheers, mate.
I'm going to be heckled by my son-in-law. I would like to start on behalf of Carol, myself, Barbara and Roger by giving a warm welcome to all the relatives and friends who have joined us to celebrate. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy this very special day. As I look around the room, I realise how many friends Alex and Russell have, and I hope that you all have a wonderful afternoon and evening. Over the years, we have tried on several times to encourage our daughter to leave home. And she indeed has travelled to New Zealand, America, Fiji, Australia, Thailand, and even flown in a 2-seater plane to Alaska, but has always returned home skint. Sad. Now let me start at the beginning. On one Sunday evening, Alex's mum asked me to collect Alex from town as she had met up with her friends. Unbeknown to me, this was her first date with Russell. But even at this early stage, she had enough time to text her mum to say, "He's drop dead gorgeous." When I got there, I just thought it was nice that one of her friends stayed to the end to see that she was safe for her dad to collect. But unknown to me again, Russ had arrived on the scene. I remember the first time that we met Russ, we had arranged to meet at the Birmingham Christmas market. And as we sat there in the drizzle, I spotted a tall guy in a flat cap and wearing a long dark coat. I immediately thought this was going to cost me a few quid because this was obviously a big seller. Sorry, big issue. But he wasn't.
We redo that for the camera.
But he wasn't, and that was the first time Carol and myself heard that loud booming voice when he said, "Hello, all right, chick." Certainly Russell impressed me when offered a mulled wine. He says, "Nah, thanks, but I'll have a beer." Something that we've heard very often since. At Russell's 30th birthday party, we met his family and had a really good night. But not long after this, Alex was taken ill. Russell rallied round and spent his Christmas and New Year looking after her. Yes, we were starting to warm to this bloke and his collection of flat caps. At this time, we were also surprised to discover that his favourite local was the Chestnut Tree, where Carol and myself had met 38 years earlier. Scary or what? Things were starting to get serious, and when Russell turned up one night just before Valentine's Day, asking for Alex's hand in marriage, my immediate thought was that as long as it was the hand that had been in my back pocket for the last 21 years, I was getting a great deal. It can be said that a bride's attitude towards a groom can be summed up by 3 words associated with weddings: aisle, altar, him. Alex, you're a wonderful daughter who deserves a wonderful husband. And I swear I will not rest until I get to the bottom of what's gone wrong. Seriously though, Russell and Alex are a fantastic couple, have a great partnership and obviously really love each other. So Mr. and Mrs. Titley, it should be Russell, Edward,
Victor. Thank you.
the first and last time. We all wish you the very best for the happy, healthy and wealthy future. So please be upstanding, raise your glasses for a toast to the bride and groom. The bride and groom.
I was going to remember this, but I got pissed last night and forgot it all. So got to read it.
You promised me you wouldn't.
It's also in tiny print, so I ain't going to be able to read it that well. But right. So I'll try and make it short and sweet as I can, because I know most of you are only here for the free food anyway. You're not obviously here for the day. I'm going to take most of your jokes, to be honest, Joe. I seen your speech yesterday. And for anyone who's bet over 3 minutes, you're screwed. You're not winning on that Christmas. So first off, I'll just thank you all on behalf of myself and obviously my beautiful bride here for being here today.
It's nice of it to turn up on it, really.
Wait, for claps wasn't in my speech, so that's knacking me up now. Over the last year or so, everyone's been telling both of us basically how hard a wedding and basically the hardest thing they say is the guest list, and they are spot on. It's absolutely horrible. So, you know, we appreciate that you've all been here, and, you know, there's so many more we would have liked to invite today, and also a few we would rather wouldn't have, but they don't. You know, I mean, Gaz, Gibbs, you know you are, but, you know, just come anyway, it's fine, like, you know. So our first toast we're going to get to then is our parents. So it's me and Alex, we've always said the one thing we've always desperately wanted was in-laws that could get on, feel well with each other, at home with each other. And from day one, Carol and Granville have been fantastic, inviting me into their family. And unfortunately, Alex's parents, Alex hates my parents, but, you know, you can't have everything, can you? Yeah, but seriously, you've done a brilliant job raising Alex. You know, although I truly love her, I also never known any parent so happy and eager to get rid of their daughter. Seeing them conga around the living room when they actually had him married should have been a sign of what was to come, really, shouldn't it? You know. Yeah. But I also want to say a massive thank you over to my mum and dad. I know it's a bit cliche, but they really are the best parents I ever could have had. You know, I know it really is hard to believe, but I've never been this awesome bloke. You know, I haven't always been as awesome as I am now, honestly. When I was younger, I was a bit of a nightmare, you know, I really was, and they stuck with me through all of it. And, you know, we've gone through some hard times, and I'm pretty sure I was the cause of most of them. And the fact that they've put up with me, you know, and obviously it's cost them a hell of a lot of money as well. Yeah, bailing me out of jail that many times. Fair play to them, so, you know, I've got to thank that. And I also want to thank both of you for all your patient support in the last 12 months, because, I mean, you know, this is your words, not mine. Alex has been a pain in the arse. So, you know, fair play to all of you, you know what I mean? You've gone through it. So, I think we've got some gifts for you all somewhere. Have we? Or have we not? Oh no, we decided not to. We cheaped out, didn't we? Yeah. So, yeah, some gifts somewhere. That's why the wedding's going to go out. Just give it to me, Russ, and I'll sort it out. Wish I never bought that dildo. Oh, who here didn't think I was going to lower the tone at one point? Come on, it's me.
You're down in the ceremony.
It's my dad.
So, Granville, that's for you, mate.
Oh, thank you.
It's just a box, there's nothing in there.
It's a lovely box.
You have to take it. You got a pen? Just want to know that Granville didn't give me a hug. And yeah, these are for
health and safety
for the women. Jesus Christ, I'm waiting that over. I don't know what you can do with that for the rest of the night. There you are, Mum. Thank you.
Do we out these now?
So yeah, hold on, ain't finished yet. So raise our toes, ladies and gentlemen, to mums and dads.
Mums and dads.
That's one down. Next one. Right, so now I've got to say how beautiful all the bridesmaids look today. What? No, I've got to. Alex told me I had to. So, Chloe, Bethany, I know how important it is, family is to Alex, and how happy she is to have you on a special day. So, I don't know where Bethany is, I've lost Bethany. There she is. So,
Now the other.
No, not little Bethany. Calm down. I don't want to get heckled by you, actually. Doing bad, eh, when your nephew's heckling you. Steph, Laura, wherever you two are, over there.
You did see the seating plan, didn't you?
I'm not going to say anything nasty. I'll cross that bit out. I do want to thank you, though, for all the help you've given Alex with all the preparations. You know, I was absolutely good when Alex said that you two must take over all the wedding and I couldn't get involved. You know, destroy me. I really wanted to do everything, but apparently Alex said no, they really want to do it. So, you know, I took a back seat, killed me. And I know how supportful you've been through the stressful times and that. and how many doubts she's had, and how every time you convinced her that she can't do any better than me, and I appreciate it. Really do, you know, that's really great of you. Then we've got little Beth and Jessica. Where's Jessica? And Jessica. Hello, darling. That was your way. Don't give me that new eyes, Jesus, okay. They obviously both look gorgeous through the ceremony, and obviously now, Beth, do spill as much as you want on that dress now, because we bought it. Your mum's fault now, she can deal with it. We ain't going to clean it, so I ain't bothered. And then obviously Alex is maid of honour, my big sister. She's been an amazing sister to me, always been there for me. You know, from catching me bunking off school, threatening to tell my folks, you know, kicking girls out of my bedroom when my parents were away. You always kept me on the straight and narrow, you darling, you know. And pity it didn't work, but you never know. So God bless you for trying. And again, just want to thank you for the amount of times you lied to Alex about what a great guy I was. It worked, and I finally got her down the aisle, so you can tell her now exactly what I'm like. So I appreciate that. So we've got some gifts for the... Oh, Paul's disappeared. Have I bored him that much? Wasn't that bad, was he? Oh, okay.
Just fell asleep.
Stacey, that's for you. Who's that for? Bethany? Yeah, I'm darling.
No, Big Bethany.
Oh, other Bethany. Oh, sorry. Other Bethany. Ah. It's all right, Beth, I'll throw it.
Chloe.
Chloe. Thank you, Dan. Cheers.
Steph and Laura.
Steph and Laws. Oh. They're not damaged, but it's all plastic anyway, I think.
Give that one, Steph.
Russ, have you got the cheesecake?
Yeah. And then, yeah, Jess and Beth. Beth. You alright, darling? Don't get confused by the Build-A-Bear Workshop box, it's a Crater Carling chip. Right, where the hell am I? Okay, right, nearly there then. My wingmen then. So for those of you who don't know this, sorry, a lot of individuals right here, sat at the front. These are all my best mates, apparently. So, they say you can't judge a man by his friends he keeps. It don't look good for me, does it really? You know, if you can, like. But yeah, but seriously, I've had many of what I consider good friends over the years, and yet these guys are the only ones that have actually openly admitted that I am a friend. So, you know, I've got to sort of take that as, yeah, fair play. And they've all been there through different points in my life and helped me through some hard times. And obviously by hard times, I mean, like, you know, a Friday when it's end of the month, you ain't been paying, you need a beer. You know, occasionally get you one in. So, just, you know, Stokesy, I appreciate you losing your hair so early, so I feel less pitied when I lose mine, you know what I mean? It's very nice, mate. Rich, drinking and smoking so heavily that I feel a lot fitter, mate, you know. It's fantastic, mate, cheers. Gaz, they reckon imitation's the biggest form of flattery, so keep with it, that beard will grow in one day, you know. Don't worry about it. Badger, it's always helpful to have an older person in your friends group, you know what I mean? Fill you in on what the war was actually like, you know, and, you know, how hard it is turning 50 and that, you know, so I appreciate that, mate, cheers. And then Fadsy, obviously becoming a policeman so you can protect and clean up our streets, you know what I mean, I appreciate that. Obviously, the fact most of the criminals out there are your mates and you actually help him to corrupt them and commit the crimes, you know, that's by the by, mate, you know what I mean, but we appreciate that. So we've got some gifts for you lot as well, apparently.
That's right.
Stokesy, that's yours, mate.
Rich.
Rich. Well, you might as well all get up, you all know you're getting one, don't you? Fads, not you, mate. Which one's that?
Fads.
Rich. That's it. Yeah. Thanks for working so hard, you know what I mean, guys? Which was all meant to actually show everyone to the room and that, but you know, no one ever did that.
Oh, seriously, no, you're just reading us.
Okay, right, so now, who's
Then
that?
you've got two left.
Who were they for?
Adam
Oh yes, sorry, Ad, of course, mate. Sorry, mate. My bad.
Well done, Ad.
Oh, Greg, yeah. Oh, yeah, forgot about you. You don't matter. Have it, like. I was going to wait until after the speech to decide whether I'd give it you or not, to be honest with you. And the presents. But, alright, so now I suppose I've got to say a few words about the most important person here today, obviously. Probably the most important person in my life. So if we can all raise a glass to the barman. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. So yeah, basically, I'm fed up with getting punched by Alex now, so I'm going to actually start talking about her. Obviously, once you get closer to 30, you just take what you can get. It's going to be a long night. But also, Alex is the most amazing person I've ever met. Not only is she kind, loving, but I'm sure you'll agree she's got the patience of an absolute saint. Put up with me, she's got to have. She has got to have. She's really got like this amazing ability to look past all the flaws and faults in a person and see the good in them. Obviously that's a lot of flaws to look past for me. Somehow she managed to do that, so I've got to thank her for it. And there's no better feeling in the world than when I'm sat at home after a long day and I'm sat on that settee and Alex turns up and pulls up on the drive. And I can't describe the feeling. I know I'm getting a bit soppy now, so I apologise. But it's a mixture of anticipation, of hope, of love, I don't know. You know, just waiting, and you're all thinking there's a punchline here, but there's not. But, just waiting for her to just turn up to the door, and you just sit there waiting, and she opens the door, and she's standing there, and she's on that crate of Carling. I love her so much, you know what I mean? She really knows how to get me right there. Like. So Lex, you have made me the luckiest man in the world today, and I'll promise to spend the rest of my life trying to make you feel as lucky as I did. Aww. So we can raise our glasses to the bride. Right, last and definitely least, Greg, my brother and best man. I know he's been desperately waiting for this. He can't wait to make this speech. He's absolutely over the moon about it. So I know, Greg, obviously you were a bit surprised when I asked you to be the best man, but then obviously you've seen all my mates and realised it's just Scotch pickings, you know. I didn't have that much choice, really. So, I mean, we weren't exactly best mates when we were growing up, to be honest, when we were younger. And then we saw, I don't know, it just changed and we actually became quite close. I think it's about the time when he started working, he could lend me money to buy booze. You know, a bit of a coincidence, really, like. But yeah, I've got to say, you know, you've always been there for me, and I do love that about you, and I do love you, and that's got nothing to do with the fact that you're about to make a speech about me. You know, I actually do love you, you know, but just obviously remember that. Obviously, Greg's never been able to spell in his life, so he couldn't write a speech, so he's just printed off the internet, so whatever he says is not about me, it's just someone that's on the internet. Just keep that in mind, you know what I mean? You know, I've never been to jail and I wasn't caught naked that one time on that horse. So, yeah, I've delayed this as much as I can, and obviously that speech was literally about 20 seconds long, but I've just exaggerated it to try and put this moment off. But yeah, it looks like we've got to that point, haven't we? So go on, do your worst. See what you got.
Right, first duties first. On behalf of all the bridesmaids, I'd like to thank Russ for his kind words.
Thank you.
I have to say how wonderful they all look today. They've done a great job in getting Alex to stay for the ceremony. I think we'll all agree Alex looks $1 million as opposed to Russ, who couldn't be asked to shave. It seems custom now to say... Scrap that. Rewind. It seems custom now to say a few words about the groom, to feel, shall we say, a little uneasy. Which, as many ladies know, family and friends, it really is a hard and embarrassing way to say a bad word about the titley men. However, if I went on about the blushing bride, the bar would be shut. Russell's has always been a keen footballer, playing for a young boy for Pencolts, being like a Thierry Henry kind of striker, and even now managing the Emerald Saturday team, and still selecting himself as a striker. However, not so much Thierry Henry now, more like Lenny Emery. You may not know, Russ was extremely ill in his late teens and early 20s. As you can imagine, it was a worrying time for the family. Doctors were unable to help. Russ was always ill on a Monday morning. Often against his mummy's will, she'd ring up work and say, he won't be in today. And none of those 12 companies in 9 months were bothered about his health. Russ then came to the crossroads. What shall I do? Grow up or move on? In typical Titley fashion, I'll carry on. And God bless his best mate, Ross Stokes, gave him a job at 7.
Cheers, Stoke. Thanks, mate.
Lo and behold, Russ could work from home on a Monday morning.
I was working, mate, honestly.
I was about to say something about the bar, but I think I'll scrap that now because the old man's already kicked off with them. I'd like to say something about the stag do, but as the men who were there obviously now I was in bed at 8 o'clock at night, so he carried on after me. Yeah. But we did go out for a drink last Saturday, didn't we, Granville?
Yes, we did indeed, sir.
We went to, where did we go?
6 pubs.
6 pubs?
Yes, the Bellet Treason, the Swan, the Oddfellows, the Furs.
Do you remember the last one?
It was the Swan where Granville had a ham and onion cob. Yeah. Lo and behold, it gave him food poisoning. It was nothing to do with the half a bottle of scotch he had. Good day though, Greg.
Very good. Well, good. Well, I think it was.
So my last speech is, and this is off the internet. Well, as best man, I'm supposed to offer some insight into married life. Never having been married. Sit down.
Well, there's a surprise.
Oh, thank you, Ramble. Oh, where's it gone? There we go then. This was nice, Alex. Don't be nasty. Happiness in a marriage is like a lift. It goes up and down. So, Russ, my advice to you on your wedding night is to make sure you press all the right buttons and try not to let your cable go slack on the way up. And don't forget, in the words of the great Winston Churchill, be hard, stay firm, and do not withdraw. Now, depending on what we got on the clock, guys. No. Immense pleasure. Not to mention, immense relief. Will you all keep going? Stand. We all stand with me. Raise your glasses to the bride and groom. Right. All right, then no one clapped. No.
Hi, congratulations!
Congratulations, Alex and Russ.
Congratulations!
look at each other for me.
No, you two kiss.
No, I was gonna say kiss, but I'm not gonna now. I'm gonna be.
Congratulations to the camera!
What time is it, match?
20 past 7.
This isn't going well. Can't open it. I'm
Right, he's done. Congratulations, Russ.
Yeah, congratulations. The time, Russell, is 20 past 7.
I'm done at Palo. I'm 30. What?
Congratulations.
Congratulations, big parents!
Congratulations, Alex and Russ!